What's going on, everyone? MetalBlade427 here, and I welcome you back to Skies of Arcadia Legend, here on the top of the lookout point at Pirate Isle. In the last episode, we rescued Fina from Valua and escaped the Grand Fortress. You gotta put it in those terms because that makes it sound even more epic than it actually... Well, actually, it's pretty epic, to say the least. No one has ever escaped the Grand Fortress before until Vice tried, and he successfully did it. Not only did he go in and save his entire family, but rescued Fina from the hands of the Valuans. We also found out exactly what Fina's mission is. She needs to go around the entire world of Arcadia collecting moon crystals, which are kind of like powerful keys of sort that awaken these giant living weapons called Gigas. Or Gigases, or I don't really know how you would do that in plural or whatever. But these things, I'm explaining Vice, chill out. These things have the capability of pretty much destroying the world, and the Valuan Empire wants to control them. I don't know how you can control something so massively powerful, but you know what? People with power often think that they can. So then, I talked about Fina, a little bit about rescue her. Now I get to talk about her in a lot more detail. Yes, she comes to us at level 1. Ugh. But she will level up fast depending on what it is that we do. And I'm going to probably have her at level 6 or 7 by the end of this episode. You can already tell her will is ridiculously high. It's already almost as high as Vice and Drachma's. It's almost as high as Drachma's. And it'll be higher than Vice and Drachma's probably by the time she reaches level 5 or 6. She'll catch up to Aika really quickly. Aika, whatever. Considering they're like 14 levels ahead of her, that will is going to skyrocket. Unfortunately, her attack doesn't really do too much, but, you know, overall speaking, she's really not bad. Her main key is magic, and where I use Aika as support, Fina is magic and also support in a way as well. She currently only earns 1 SP per turn. She will get her second SP, I want to say 18? Oh my god, yeah, level 18. Holy crap. So we have to wait a long time before she's able to give us 2 SP per turn. Fina comes equipped with Fina's robe, obviously enough, and the silver veil, which is something I'm probably going to keep on her for a while because it does increase her will, which is your magic stat. The MA I think is magic, is like magic defense of sorts. She doesn't really need magic defense, she needs normal defense because she can't take a hit. She's a mage, why not? Her weapon is Cupel, this cute little flying jelly-like guy who has the ability to shapeshift. An artificial lifeform created by Sylvites, Cupel has been with Fina since she was 4. Fina said she's had him since she was a baby or a child or whatever. Now we have a particular, age and whatnot. Her super moves are actually also really, really helpful. I'm probably going to try to get her first 2 I'm going to get right now. So first one, Fina calls upon the Silver Moon and blesses each character with regeneration. If it wasn't for that 12 SP, I would say this is like something you should always put on your guys, but that's a lot of SP. But I'm going to grab it anyway. Some lunar blessing. They all, I believe, begin with the word lunar. Next one, Fina uses the power of the Silver Moon to damage and possibly stone an enemy. This is going to come in handy a little bit later, especially with certain boss fights. I think this is, it's a single enemy attack. Kind of sucks like that. I wish it covered the entire field, but for right now, we'll be okay with Lunar Glyph. So there you go. She learns a lot of stuff like that. Her final ability, if you ever played Final Fantasy VII, it's pretty much a revive everyone, heal everyone, give everyone back this, and we're all strong and we're going to kick your butt and things like that. Like, it's a really, really good move. So her final super move is amazing. I don't quite remember what the other 2 do, but we'll get them as we go along. Now that I don't have any more moonberries, I'm actually going to try to get Aika's 3rd one right there. That's my next unlockable special move for the group. So we'll see how it goes along. Fina also comes equipped with silver magic, the first in the game. So we have Curia and then Ryzen, which is nice because at least now we have someone on the team that has the ability to raise anybody from the dead using SP and magic rather than just having to rely on what little... I don't even think we have... Do we have any items that do that? Oh, I do have a Rizlum Crystal, which is good because that's a guaranteed thing. Ryzen is only 50%, so it's very nice that we have that. Whoops, too much there. Okay. So, so that's Fina's weapon in terms of Cupel-wise. How does Cupel get stronger, you may ask? Well, I will tell you in a little bit. First things first, that's pretty much all I have to talk about Fina. I'll go over more of her stuff a little bit later as we go through, you know, her leveling up and everything. First thing I want to do, being that I'm up here, we're going to come over here to this side over here and get this annoying noise. Aim at the moonfish. And yoink, we have ourselves our next moonfish. I think that is number 3 on the list. Pretty sure it is. There are 2 moonfish here in Pirate Isle, so we will, of course, be going to get the next one. Let's hop on down here. And perfect. Excellent. I like it. Now, Cupel can also change color depending on, you know, what stone you have equipped. So he'll go from silver to blue to red, depending on whatever it is. But you'll see Cupel flying around. Cupel's growth is really interesting because you're going to be feeding it certain, like, items, and as it grows, it will be able to not only get stronger, but it'll change shape, it'll look different, and it has a possibility of even tacking on various stat effects as you go through. But I also just want to point out really quickly before we head on, the whole village is fixed again. It's so nice. Everything has been put back the way it was. Ica House is, you know, accessible again if you wanted it to go in there and look around. So if you had missed any of the chests that were here originally, now is your time to get them. I mean, you can always come back and get them anyway, but, you know, the city is built again, or the town. It's not really a city. I don't really know if you can count any place in this game as cities. Maybe 1 or 2. But that's always a good thing. So let's head down to the docking area and get introduced to Fina's side quest that we have to go through the game. Now, again, these are all optional. It's an optional side quest that you can do for Fina, but I highly recommend doing that. So we're going to take a few steps forward. What's wrong, Cupel? He does that squeaky sound. Really? Here? I see. Vice, Cupel tells me that there's a cham around here somewhere. Cham? What's that? Chams are little shards of moonstone that fall and shatter when they hit the ground. Cupel eats them as food. Really? Wow. I didn't know that anything could eat moonstones. Where do you find them? What do they look like? You can find them all over the place, but they're very small, so they're hard to see. But I'm sure Cupel will let you know whenever we get close to a cham. He can't seem to sit still or be quiet whenever there's food nearby. I see. So all we have to do is search the ground whenever Cupel starts to go a little crazy, right? Let's see if we can find anything here. So obviously we are going to go ahead and find our first cham within this area. You know, and her just giving you a little bit more about, you know, him growing the different shapes and inflicting more damage. So if we walk across here, you'll actually see in the upper left corner, look at that. See, there he is, doing his little chirpy thing with his tongue pointing down. Now, in the Dreamcast, that did not exist, or at least that little image in the upper left corner did not exist. What you got was on the VMU down on your controller. You actually looked down at that, and the little screen down there would blink with Cupel. You know, you'd still hear, I believe, the same chirping, but that image of him doing the exclamation point pointing down was on your controller. Obviously, for the GameCube, they had to put it on the screen somewhere. So when he's doing that, you kind of just run around and bash A until you receive your first cham. Awesome, I like it. There are 30 chams in this game. Of course, I'm going to be collecting all 30 of them because why not? And there are 3 things called Aberic chams, whatever, this is what the name is. You'll get them through specific circumstances throughout the course of the game, and those are like hyper leveling for Cupel. They will automatically boost him to the next stage. Cupel kind of has this like growth chart to him, which I'm going to put up here and everything just because it's easier that way. You can see all the different like shapes and weapons that he'll form into, and as I explained before, some of these do have specific stat effects attached to them. So he can poison people or silence them or confuse them or things along that ways. Final form Cupel is really strong. Like, you're going to go through this entire game with Fina being like, I guess she's okay as a fighter, whatever, you know, magic is her thing and everything. Once you get Final Form Cupel, it's like, okay, she can hold her own now. She can take on dungeons and monsters all by herself, no problem. And I love Final Form Cupel. I think he is so cool. I love his animation. But I'm going to leave you wondering about that until we actually see it, which is going to be Oh my god, I don't even know how many episodes this is. I'm on episode 12 now, and we are just literally getting started with the main story. Finding the moon crystals is the main story of this game, and we're on episode 12. So I don't know how long this is going to be. This is going to be really long. Coming over here, it's got... Come on. There, come on. There it is. Okay, you have to be in like a perfect spot. And right here by... Well, the Little Jack is here right now. Usually the Albatross is docked there. You'll have our second moonfish for Pirate Isle, and I want to say it's our fourth moonfish for the game. So, moving right along with those very nicely. 4 out of 20. Very good. Out of here, right. And that's really it that we need to do here on Pirate Isle. There's a few other things that I'm going to be doing with you guys, you know, going to revisiting certain areas, collecting some stuff and whatnot, but I think we have a big journey in order to get ourselves moving on. So let's talk to our parents. What's wrong, Vice? You look uncharacteristically grim. Dad, actually, there's something that I have to tell you. Don't worry. I have a feeling that I already know what you're going to say. I remember when I was your age, the feeling that I had to get away from my own little island and see the rest of the world. But when a man decides to step out onto his own path, he doesn't need to ask for his parents' permission. From now on, you're my equal, son. A man who lives by the skies. There's nothing more honorable than that. You're late on almost every other occasion, but you sure aren't wasting any time to try to get out on your own. Dad, go on, get out of here, Vice. Go make your mark in the world. Oh, that makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Thank you, Dad. I love you, Mom. Did you hear what Dad did? He said he loves me, sort of. I hear that you've decided to leave. Your father's told me all about it already. But I know you well enough to figure that it wouldn't be long before you yearn to travel the skies by yourself. Mom, it's okay, dear. Everyone ultimately has to fly away from their parents' nest. I knew it was just a matter of when. I knew this day would be coming sometime. It's just that it came a lot sooner than I expected. Or hoped. So stand tall, son. Go chase after those dreams that you've always talked about. And make sure you take care of Ica too, okay? Because everyone just knows Ica's following Vice wherever he goes. And still, no one has asked Drachma his opinion. Because apparently we don't care. To the Little Jack! Thank you all so much for rescuing me from the Valuans. I hope that I'll be able to repay all of you someday. Just worry about keeping those moon crystals out of the hands of the Valuans. And Vice, we're all counting on you too. Don't worry, Dad. I won't let you down. Well, I guess we should get going. We'll be back soon, which really we won't be, because when we leave, it's going to be a long time before we ever return. Bye, Captain. Bye, everyone. Vice, Ica, are you sure you want to do this? Fina, there's no way we can turn this down. After what you told us about the Gigas, I don't even want to think about what the Balloon Empire would do if they got their hands on them. We're the only ones that can stop them. And, well, to be completely honest, I've always wanted to sail the world. This is my chance. Moon crystals, lost cities, strange lands, I want to see them all with my own eyes. This is my chance to find out what's really out there. Fina, you couldn't stop us from going even if you tried. This is the kind of adventure that air pirates dream of. If we pass this up, we'd regret it for the rest of our lives. I understand. Thank you. Thank you all. Fina, do you have any idea where the moon crystals might be? Well, according to the ancient legends, there should be a moon crystal hidden in the land on each of the moons. The closest ones from here are, the yellow moon of Valua and the red moon of Nasser. Well, there's no chance of getting back into Valua right now. You should probably wait a while before going back there. If you go east from here, you'll reach Nasser. With a normal ship, you'd probably never make it through the stone reefs on the way. But now that the Little Jack is equipped with a harpoon cannon, you've got a pretty good chance of making it through. Meaning you can just punch right through those stone rifts, no problem now. Yes. Sounds like a plan. We're headed east to Nasser. We're going to get that red moon crystal. Hey, we've been standing around here long enough, and no one's talking to me. Let's keep going. Well, Dad, I guess it's time to say goodbye. Remember everything I taught you. Make us proud, son. Alright. Here we go. Start of an epic journey. Only 12 episodes in, and now we get to actually do story stuff. Or do we? Actually, what we're going to be doing for the remainder of this episode is I'm going to be showing off a little bit more of Fina. And by that, I mean we're going to actually head over to Shrine Isle. I always do this as soon as I regain control of the Little Jack and, you know, get to this point of the story. Because there is an item that I want to grab, well, on Shrine Isle. I know I've talked about it before when I was here with just Vice and Ica. I even pretty sure I walked around the spot where it was. But there is a Cham here, and if I can remember correctly from the Dreamcast version, the Cham was in an area where once a particular event happens in this game, the Cham becomes inaccessible. For the GameCube, I'm pretty sure that they moved it, so this way there are no Chams that you can miss. But it's a Cham, it's right here, and I'd rather get it now and then feed Cupel all the Chams that I have so you guys can actually see him, you know, power up and upgrade and what all that craziness is about. Plus, with her being level 1, might as well go ahead and show her off in battle. It's not like she really has anything spectacular right now because we're all level 15 and she's level 1. But basically what you want to do is you want to head down to the 3rd level of the Shrine Isle. Whoop, battle. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm just going to keep it in. Might as well just keep it in because we're going to go ahead and start building up Fina, and you can actually see what she's about. We get 2 loopers. It's great. I'm actually going to switch over to a few colors. I'm going to make Vice. Yeah, I want to make him yellow. Why don't we go ahead and attack this looper? I'm going to make Ica yellow. And we'll attack that looper too. So there's Cupel flying around Fina's head. He doesn't change his shape when he's in like this ready stance here, but when he attacks, he'll change. Well, now he won't because he's just attacking as Cupel, but later on when he becomes one of the weapons, he'll change. This is him changing color, and I'm going to make him purple. As you can also see, we have 6 SP now, so we can do an Alpha Storm in the beginning. I just chose to attack with Ica, and yeah, so we just have her SP and her pool of max SP now added to the mix. I'm going to turn Drachma to purple as well, and we'll attack these guys in the back. So we have a nice spread around of everybody attacking everybody here, so you can kind of see what everyone does. Slice! Oh, alright, that didn't work. That's fine. Go ahead. Thank you, Drachma. And now Fina should do her move, I think. At level 1, she... Nope. Now you're running away. Oh, no you're not. Take that. Alright. Nope, you're going to do a Pyre spell? Great. Now everyone's going to take a little bit of damage. Hope that doesn't hurt Fina too much. Yeah, she took the most out of everybody, but again, she's level 1 and she only took 67. Like, that's really not bad. She has a pretty good magic defense. Get him! He did a barrel roll, or not barrel roll, a forward roll. That's not a barrel roll, a forward roll at the looper. That was kind of funny. Let's go ahead and attack Looper again. We're going to head and attack this guy. And the only reason I do that is because I'm going to show you guys Lunar Blessing now. It's not going to be something that I use throughout the course of the game, so might as well show it off while I can, so...
Give us your blessing.
See, now her moves are very flashy. I like the way that they look. It's just, some, of course, are more valuable than others, but, you know, it is what it is. Nice shot. So, there you go. That was Lunar Blessing. At least we got that out of the way. I'm going to show Glyph, but not now. Glyph I'm not going to show till much later on when I'm going to actually need it for stuff. Nice! That's a guaranteed hit whenever you do crits. Awesome. Now, are you going to stay here? Yes, you are. Awesome. And we can actually see how Regenerate works. Beginning of every turn, everyone gains 200 health. And I'm pretty sure that's a set number. Like, you will always gain 200 health at the beginning of a turn. And I'm using Alpha Storm because I'm pretty sure Ica's magic is high enough to hurt this thing, right? Yes, good. And over and done. Yeah, that battle lasted a whole lot longer than it should have, but there was a lot to go on with Fina and her moves. So we get 10 experience. Fina absolutely goes up 1 level, which sucks. I was kind of hoping she'd go up another one. But we're going to start earning some yellow and purple magic. Definitely earn some purple magic at this point. If you're going to do what I'm doing and going back through or whatever this is. Going back through Shrine Island here, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to beep out what I just said because that's a little bit of a spoiler. If you're going through Shrine Island here, definitely start building up purple. I'm only building up yellow because why not? But purple is going to be very important for the upcoming area. Just want to kind of go down here and collect the item that I want, which happens to be down and around here in this little corner. You probably heard Cupel freak out a little bit when we were up top. It's actually down here. Yeah, come on. Where is it? Where is it? Damn it, Cupel. Where's your thingy? There it is. Okay, see, I just ran around mashing A until I finally found it. Nope, that's not what I want to do. You don't have to do this with Fina. I just like to do it with Fina just because, I don't know, it feels right. But we'll go 1, 2. And now Cupel is the Cupel Blade. So if we go into equipment, we can look at Cupel. Cupel learns the ability to morph into an extremely sharp knife. His attack went up, his hit went up. That's really it. He's just a little bit stronger now, and he does turn into a blade. So I'm not going to show that unless you happen to see that during some other type of battle or whatever. But I'm going to kind of just run around for right now until I get into a fight. And then after that, I will meet you guys back outside because we got some exploring to do. Yes! So, we actually don't want to be facing this way. We want to turn. So with the harpoon cannon on the front of the Little Jack, we are able to now fly through stone reefs. We can't fly through sky rifts, which are the white, cloudy thingies over there, but we can go over this way and punch ourselves right through this, debris field of sorts. Boom! There we are. You don't need to do this yet, but I would highly recommend doing that because this little, it's kind of just a little section of the map here that's just kind of cornered off by a bunch of sky rifts that we can't fully get through yet, except for, the one path here with Stone Reef. And there are a few discoveries here. This is the one on, the very second episode or whatever. I thought I was going to be able to find some stuff, but I realized that I needed to get past the Stone Reefs in order to get over here. But the first one should be... Yep, there we go. Boom. You have found the Silver Moon Pit. Only small islands such as Pirate Isle and Shrine Isle lie in the area where Silver Moon stones fall, so deposits this large are very hard to come across. Legends say that Silver Moon stones hold the power of life, but the truth remains unknown. Okay, so where is it, you may ask? Because we were right there trying to find it, and I believe I gotta go down. Oh, there it is. It's actually right below. Look at that. We were so far away from it, and yet the game still registered it as you found the discovery. So hooray for us. Alright, so that's the first one. The second one is actually up over this way, right by this little island here by itself. You go a little further. I'm just going to keep hitting A. There we are. Another thing, just like with the champs, discoveries work around flying in a set direction and mashing A as fast as you can sometimes. Because there's a lot of discoveries that are invisible, like these two. So this is the sky coral. Microorganisms called sky coral attach themselves to moonstone boulders and grew to form these reefs. They flourish only in very specific conditions and can take 200 years to grow. Their various colors and shapes have long been valued for their beauty. And it's right there. There it is. It actually has some motion to it. Ah. Yes, so it actually has some motion to it. You can't go into first-person view with a ship, but you can see, the little fin on top of it moving and everything. It's actually really cool to look at. I mean, it's coral, after all, so they are generally very pretty things to see. And then you also see, the tornadoes and everything in the back. That's going to come into play a little bit later, so I guess mental note it for right now, but other than that, we can just ignore them. Not like we can get through the Sky Rift anyway. But that's all we needed from here, just those two discoveries. Where we're going to head right now is to Sailor's Island, and you can go back through the stone reef through that little cavern area, or you can just kind of follow to the side over here, yep, and push your way through. Alright, a little bit of fancy ascending and descending, and we push our way. There we go, finally, good. Doc's boat's up there. I am actually not going to visit him right now because once we go to Sailor's Island, we're going to be given a particular item from here, and it's actually going to relate to the Doc story. But first, we actually meet another interesting character in this game. Hey, are you the guys that everyone's talking about? Fast, right? I heard that you broke out of the Grand Fortress. Good job. I'm sure you've heard of me during your travels. I'm Domingo, treasure hunter extraordinaire. Huh? Yeah, heard of me, you say? Now, you don't need to be so bashful. I know you're truly excited to meet the real Domingo. Nevertheless, I've given up on searching for lost treasures and have taken up a new quest. I now search the world for discoveries with a capital D. In fact, I'm in the midst of my search for the fabled Topple Rock. So, yeah, oh yeah, that's right, Vice says I'm here. Who was that? He seems to be more than a little full of himself. I don't know, but it sounds like he's looking for discoveries too. Well, we can't let him get the best of us. We'll just have to find them before he does. Yes, so Domingo's the other character in this game that has the ability to find discoveries. And technically, if you wait too long to either find a discovery or report it, he'll do it and he'll take the credit for it. So we don't want that to happen. So we have 2 discoveries on our hand right now. Oop, we are Vice the Respected now. Awesome, I like it. So we can go on in, we can sell some discovery info and tell them where the Sky Coral is, and where the Silver Moon Pits are. Awesome, sweet. If you go to buy info, of course we're all by Vice now, Topple Rock is what Domingo was talking about, so that's what a perfect balance is supposed to mean. I'm not going to buy it because I know exactly where it is, but we'll worry about that in the next episode when we actually head over to the land of Nasser. I don't think this is new. Nope, that's nothing here. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's leave. Very nice. Yada yada. Oh, right. So, we received the black spot. It's a message from the Angel of Death. Sounds like you're in trouble. Better watch your back out there. And every report, yada 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 yada, open book shut. Okay, so the Angel of Death is an optional boss that is related to the Moonfish quest. We get more black spots depending on how many Moonfish we catch. So, I don't think we'd be able to even talk to Doc now anyway, until we take care of the black spot. Because each black spot encounter kind of follows into the next. Like, there's one long storyline between them all. So you have to do things in order. So, I'm going to deal with that, but later. Just definitely later. Before I go into any of the shops, I am going to now head back here to the lighthouse. And this is what I skipped the very first time I was in Sailor's Island. And the reason I did that is because there is a cham up here. Imagine that. 3 chams in one episode. They're not going to come this fast as we go through the game, but for right now, just accept them for what it is. There's also a special item up here, which I'm going to grab in a little bit, so run, where are you? Right, I went the wrong way, yeah, of course, yeah. Alright, so there we go, cham number 3 added to the list, so we're making great progress with that. And you may have seen it in the window over here, which is this balloon attached to a bottle, which is hanging in here. I don't know how it got here, some crazy winds, but hey, there's a balloon. I wonder what it's doing in here. Wait, there's a bottle attached to it. And there's a note inside. Quetya, please send warriors to help us fight against the evil. Quetya, please send warriors to help us fight against the Valuans. Whoa, I wonder who wrote this. It sounds like they're in trouble, whoever it is. I should probably keep it just in case. And all of that doesn't make any sense now, for those of you that haven't played this before. It actually, to me, is part of probably one of the biggest plot holes in this game, and it's kind of funny just how huge that plot hole is and the way that the characters react to it, but I'll let you guys know. Well, trust me, you'll hear me talk about it when the time comes. There are new items in the shops, but before I do that, I am going to head into here. I'm kind of curious if the traveling merchant came back. I hope he did, because if he did, I'm absolutely buying stuff. Damn it, he's not here. Alright, I'm gonna have to do that in between episodes. Now would be the time to me to buy those Crystallis boxes. I would probably buy 10 from him, because I have 20,000 gold, so that's no problem right there. But now the ship guy actually has inventory, so we can look to see what he has, and we can start upgrading the Little Jack. He sells standard cannons, which we already have one of, so I'm not going to bother buying more of these. But he also has 3-inch secondary cannons. Secondary cannons are better than main cannons, in my opinion, because you can fire them off during multiple rounds. See where it says limit 1, where a standard is 0? That means you place it in a spot, it attacks that spot. But a secondary cannon not only can be placed in that spot, but then can attack so many turns to the left. So in this case, 1. It'll be easier to show it once we actually get into a ship battle, but I would like to now buy it, slap it onto the Little Jack, just so I have it. I also can buy accessories for the Little Jack now. You can have 3 things equipped at any given time. This increases the ship's quickness. This increases its defense. So I'm going to buy 2 of these. And I'm going to go slap, slap. And then I always buy something in order to increase quick, just because anything that helps with dodge and going first in battle always helps. Bombs are stupid, because they don't do anything, but repair kits are extremely important. So I am absolutely going to buy 18 of those for a nice even 20. You're going to notice that I have a lot of OCD when it comes to buying items. Things have to end in like a 5 or a 0. The item shop, I want to say, sells sac race crystals now, which is healing for 1,000 points of health for everybody. Or not everybody, individually. I can't wait till I find the saccharum crystals or whatever they are. The one that heals everybody. Yeah, see, 1,000 for one ally. I'm not going to do anything with that on camera because I'm running a little bit long on this episode. But last thing I want to do is head to the weapon shop and show you what this guy has. So as you can see, Sailor's Island will upgrade in its equipment as you progress through the story. So that's really nice. How you doing, Pita? How you doing? Weird teeth guy. What do you got in stock this time? Why do you have like a skeleton thing behind you? See that over his right shoulder? Looks like he has a skeleton of somebody standing up back there. That's even more creepy than his teeth. But he now sells a new weapon for Ica, so I'm actually going to get the Scout Wing. Weapon carrying by crews of scouting party. It's really nice, so absolutely going to buy that. Meant to be fast and deadly. There you go. And the Beacon, an attachment for Draka's arm that is shaped like a bird's beak. It can also confuse enemies. So there you go. We actually have something that has a status ailment attached to it. And that, of course, will go right to Drachma. Keep him with purple. Nice. We have 2 different armors here. The Raincoat and the Alistor. And then we have this and that already. What do I want to do? I actually would like... I wish I could equip stuff to Fina, but her current, equipment is the best. Yeah, sure. We'll buy 2 of these. And we'll go 1, 2. Excellent. All right. And then if you move the screen over, if you press right, it would just show you his previous inventory. So we already had that already. But I am going to call it an episode right there. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can get equipped with me, MetalBlade427. I'm just taking a look around just for the heck of it. In the next episode, we are going to head through that sky rift to the left over there. You can kind of see it, in the background. Now you can't because it's a stupid block. And that will actually take us to the land of Nasser in our quest to find the Red Moon Crystal. Exciting to go to a new area and exciting to get the actual storyline moving. You guys have a good one, and I will catch you all later.